Because I'm mad, miss. Because
Yeah.
the SCPD
Uh-huh.
lied to me and they've been harassing me for 2 years.
So does he need an evaluation or no?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. We've been effectively been able to communicate.
Okay. All right. All right. Defense.
Yeah. No, you can't.
All right. If he wants to say something, I'm fine with him saying something.
You want to say something? Go ahead.
All right. No methamphetamine or anything?
No, ma'am.
When's the last time you used meth?
That's just it. I don't use it, ma'am. I don't.
Well, why is there meth in your wallet?
I cleaned out my niece's car and I think I put in there, it's been like,
Oh, so here's the thing with, let me explain something to you. Wait a minute. Stop, time out.
Yeah, I got light on.
Time
I got
out.
light. Miss,
All right.
they lied to
We're
me.
going to send you out. So I want you to listen to me clearly. It is not my role to hear the facts in this case. What ends up happening, if you go to a jury trial, a jury will hear it. If you want a bench trial, then I will hear the facts of the case. That's how it works. I'm not allowed to hear your plea negotiations with the state and your defense counsel unless they want me to hear that, but that is not allowed. Here's the thing, sir. I understand that you're upset and that you want to be out. I don't know why you're not facing me.
Because I'm mad, miss. Because
Yeah.
the SCPD
Uh-huh.
lied to me and they've been harassing me for 2 years.
So does he need an evaluation or no?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. We've been effectively been able to communicate.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing, because SAPD, according to you, lied to you, and because they treated you badly, that is no reason to disrespect the court. For example, the way you're treating me now, guess what? What if I were to say every inmate over there, because you treated me this way, I'm going to treat them badly, or I'm going to treat you badly because you're being disrespectful to the court? That would not be right. I don't do that. So don't do that to me. Do not, here's the thing, do not come to this court putting something on this court that somebody else did to you, because I didn't do it. So what I am telling you, if you will listen, the state and the defense, they negotiate and the state offers whatever they offer. The defense will tell you what the offer is. I'm not allowed, because those plea negotiations are supposed to be confidential. I'm not allowed to get involved with that. I know from what you're telling me is that you want to tell me about your case and how these charges never should have been brought, or maybe they should be dismissed. At this point in the process, it is not my job to hear that. I'm not allowed to hear that yet, unless there's a motion to suppress, or unless you want to have a bench trial and you want me to hear it, or either I will hear it when you have a jury trial. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I understand the frustrations that people will have because you're at the jail. You don't feel like you should be at the jail. You don't feel like these charges ever should have been brought. You don't feel like this case should have been indicted if people just had the facts. I understand. I understand your frustration, but do not take your frustration out on the court. I try to move these cases as quickly as possible. You have been here on January 2024. And then your court-appointed counsel was ill, so he asked it to be removed. So Mr. Arguelles was appointed, and I'm sure he got on your case as quickly as possible. He's just finished a murder trial. The state just gave you an offer today. So what's going to end up happening, and I want you to hear me clearly, this is going to be recalled for March 25th. You can either accept or reject the state's offer. If you choose to reject their offer, what is going to end up happening is we're going to get you a jury trial as quickly as possible. That's how things are going to flow here. Is there anything else?
Nothing from the defense.
All right. Thank you. State of Texas versus Demetric Deshaun Jackson. All right. You entered a plea on April 19th of no contest, and you applied for probation. And you entered a plea on the offense of assault, family choking, strangulation. Punishments be assessed at a cap of 7 years. The state opposes your application. State, do you have any witnesses?
State has no witnesses.
Defense, any witnesses?
Just my client, Charlie.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell the court why you think you should be getting probation?
Very deserving of a second chance, and I want
to be more helpful for my kids. Wow. It helped me stay more focused while I'm trying to rebuild what I lost for my kids.
Okay, this was an incident that occurred, and I believe you told me it was purely an accident, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you have any relationship with this woman?
No, sir.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
Okay.
How's an, I mean, he's pled to assault choking, is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes.
I don't understand how assault choking is accidental.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yes, I mean, because
Oh,
you're saying it was an
oh.
accident. I don't know how you choke someone accidentally.
Oh, no, it was a misunderstanding. I mean, it was a misunderstanding.
How is choking someone a misunderstanding? So I don't understand how choking someone is an accident or how choking someone is a misunderstanding. Now, if somebody said, choke me, and you thought you heard them say choke me, and then you proceed to choke them, I can understand, oh, that's a misunderstanding. I thought you were telling me to choke you, but you didn't. So I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from.
We was working on a business plan, and I guess our feelings got more in tune. And she was trying to be more than what I was supposed to, not that more. So
I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying.
I said, we was working on a business plan, a business deal, and I guess her feelings got more involved in. She was trying to carry on a relationship. I feel like she was posting her son like, I mean,
And if the court puts you on probation, how do you think this will help you and help your family?
it allowed me to rebuild what was taken away from me, what was like literally robbed from me. So, you know, it's the steps I have to take. I mean, for me to be out here with my kids, I mean, I do whatever I have to take. I mean, I promise my kids that I would give them the remainder of my years. I mean, rehabilitation to them than what I've given them in the past.
So you said that this was all a misunderstanding, and I was reading in the PSI that you also said she did it to herself. Did you recall telling the PSI person that she did the choking to herself?
Yes, I didn't touch it. I mean,
Okay, so it's your position that she choked herself.
yes.
Okay, and you told the TAP evaluation officer that you smoke 8 blunts on a daily basis. Do you recall telling them that?
I used to.
Do you still smoke 8 blunts on a daily basis?
No, sir.
Okay. And do you think you have a drug problem or need drug treatment?
No, sir.
Okay. And have you been on probation before?
Yes, sir.
Have you always completed your probation successfully?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you've never had to have your probation extended?
I was on probation one time. I don't think so.
You've only been on probation once.
Yeah.
So were you put on probation in 1995 for assault bodily injury?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
So if the PSI says that you were, is that correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
Okay. And you weren't put on probation in 2004 for possession of controlled substance PG1, 1 to 4 grams?
Question, no, sir.
So if the PSI says that, the PSI is 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you weren't put on probation for driving while your license was suspended in 2000?
Yes.
That was the time you were on probation?
No, it was in 1994.
Okay. So the 2000 for...
I was on parole. I was in prison for parole. I was on parole.
Which year did you go to prison?
2006.
Okay. But before that, no probation?
No probation.
Okay. So you were never revoked from probation before that? Okay. No further questions.
All right, any follow-up question?
No, Your Honor. Rest.
All right, the court will hear argument. State.
Your Honor, I think according to the PSI, he has been on probation many times. He's been revoked from probation many times. I think he's come to the court and he's misrepresented his criminal history. Furthermore, he's minimizing his guilt. He says that he didn't do it. He says it's a misunderstanding. He even told the PSI officer that she choked herself. and that any injuries she might have had, she caused to herself. I will also point out that to the extent that defense tries to argue he had a rough upbringing, he told the PSI officer that his childhood was blessed and that he doesn't need any kind of drug treatment. He also said he doesn't see how probation is going to help him, but he'll try. I think this is someone who doesn't want probation, doesn't want the kinds of services that are available to help improve somebody's life while they're on probation. And for that reason, the state is asking that you meet the cap at 7 years.
All right, defense.
No, you can't.
All right, if he wants to say something, I'm fine with him saying something.
You want to say something? Go ahead.
When he was saying about it wouldn't help me. I was talking about the treatment of the classes, not as for the probation. The lady had called me again yesterday from the PSI, letting me know that she was typing too fast and some of the words got mixed up. And she called me again yesterday and was asking me more questions. Because when I did my PSI, she really wasn't understanding what I was saying. Before it's what she typed on the paper.
Okay. All right, defense.
Well, Your Honor, I think this case has been going on for quite a while. He hasn't been in any further trouble, Your Honor. I think this was an incident that occurred because I think the lady thought that she had a relationship with him and he did not want to. We're asking the court to put him on probation. I believe he knows that probation will help him. He'd like to do what he can to get a job, do what he can for his family, and be there for his family. So we're asking the court to place him on probation.
All right. Mr. Jackson, I want you to know, I did look at everything. I just don't think that you're a good candidate for probation. What I'm going to do is find you guilty, and the previous judge found you guilty. Going to sentence you to $500 fine, time and money run concurrent. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Elizabeth Dahl. Take in consideration 2020 CR 2357, and I'll sentence you to 6 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. State of Texas versus Victor Mesa. Mr. Mesa, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's a $500 fine. State recommends community supervision. There's to be $57 restitution for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 80 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we're just asking the court to follow the plea bargain agreement. My client is 49 years old and he is currently employed. He does remodeling and plumbing. He works under a subcontractor and he is working full time. And so we're asking the court to grant his application.
All right. Mr. Mesa, when you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Just marijuana, Your Honor.
All right. No methamphetamine or anything?
No, ma'am.
When's the last time you used meth?
That's just it. I don't use it, ma'am. I don't.
Well, why is there meth in your wallet?
I cleaned out my niece's car and I think I put it in there. It's been like,
Who cleans out? Wait a
it's
minute.
because I took it out of the impound yard. She had lost it to the impound yard and I took it out and I was cleaning out the car. and I
Okay, let me just
discovered-
tell you why that doesn't ring true to me. I don't know anybody who cleans out somebody's vehicle. I can understand, oh, I'm cleaning out my sister's vehicle. I don't have a sister, but I can understand. Or I'm cleaning out a relative's vehicle. Oh, this is a social security card. Let me put it in my wallet for safekeeping or in my purse.
I understand. Your Honor.
But I don't clean out a vehicle of a relative and I see meth and I'm like, oh, let me put this meth in my wallet for safekeeping. Who does that?
Actually, I put in there to present it to my brother-in-law, Your Honor, but that's the truth.
We're going to do a drug test today before I send it to you today. Are you prepared to go today or you need water?
No, ma'am, I can go today.
Okay. All right. We're going to do a UA and then we will come back.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're back on the record in 2023. Do you need this for them to do their plea? We're back on the record in 2023, CR 8380, State of Texas versus Victor Mesa. All right, Mr. Mesa, you're positive for something other than marijuana. Why?
I only take Sudafed and Tylenol because of my sinus and because of my pins and my screws in my foot. That's it, ma'am. I don't see how that's possible. And
Yeah.
I can do it every day this week. And y'all, I mean, if I have to stop taking my medication, I'll stop doing that. But
Mhm.
I really do it because of my surgery on my foot.
The court is going to sentence you to a $500 fine. That will be probated. And you stated you didn't have children, correct?
Ma'am,
Do you have children?
yes, ma'am.
How many?
2,
What are their ages?
26 and 21.
And who do you live with?
My mother,
Why are you living with your mom?
she needs help with the kids. She adopted my niece's kids.
And how old are they?
They're 10 and 5. I mean, 10 and 15.
All right, she doesn't need help with the children if you're using marijuana
Yes, ma'am.
and you're positive for marijuana. When's the last time you used?
2 days ago.
Why are you using drugs and you know you have to come to court?
Ma'am, that's something that I've been doing for a long time, and I was honest before about it. You know, I don't lie about
Well,
it.
I know you've been doing it for a long time because when they pulled you over, they said you were eating it.
I wasn't eating. I don't know how.
Well, they said your teeth were green and you had marijuana leaf in your
I-
mouth.
I had told the officer I just came from my house. I was going back to work. I just ate. But I mean, I'm not gonna
Marijuana,
dispute-
according to
No,
them.
ma'am.
All right, court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. $57 restitution for drug testing. 150 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to require parenting classes and probation. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to go out to that house and check on the children who are in his mother's care. So it'll be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Children don't want to be around people who smell of marijuana. It messes with their brains. Doesn't help their brain develop. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And don't be bringing marijuana into your mother's home.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't be driving her around with marijuana in a car with the children in the car because they don't need to be smelling marijuana. It stinks.
Yes, ma'am.
Field visits 1 time per month. 150 hours community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes for him. If he completes that, then the 150 hours will be waived. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want him with the UA hotline. Test him for levels. Those levels had better start going down. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's going to be 90 sober meetings in 90 days. TAP evaluation, follow TAP recommendations, but I'm sure they're going to recommend intensive outpatient treatment. So let's start with intensive outpatient treatment before inpatient. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
You're going to go off the record? Don't be bringing nonsense to your mom's house because she's letting you, a grown man, live at her house. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you,
you,
ma'am.
Judge.